for today's cup of coffee, I found this very disturbing.
What is it?
We're going to find out. From the Daily Star. If I tell you beforehand, then you get weird. I don't know.
I get weird?
You do if I tell you the subject beforehand. So I just surprise you like everybody else. This is by...
You can tell me at the beginning of the video.
Joe,
just briefly.
No. Joe Faretra.
How dare! How dare!
It says, the mystery over hundreds of headless goats dumped in a river could be linked to deadly drug cartels.
Headless goats in a river.
Hundreds of them.
Hundreds.
Police in the American state of Georgia have been probing the bizarre mystery that appears to be connected to a voodoo-type cult. The headless bodies of goats, apparently sacrificed as part of a religious ritual, have been turning up in the Chattahoochee River.
Chattahoochee.
It is. I knew how to pronounce that one.
That's an odd name.
It is. Environmentalist Jason Olseth says in recent weeks that he has seen as many as 30 headless goat corpses floating in the river at a time.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Where's the heads?
Olseth estimates he's found about 500 decapitated goats in the Chattahoochee in the 4 years since his first encounter with one. And he stated, quote, "We just found a big pile of them dumped in the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area last week at a boat ramp." And he was referring to a spot about 40 miles upriver, which paddlers and other recreationalists have long used to enter and exit the water. He further stated, quote, "They were all covered in maggots when I got there." End quote.
God.
Well, it was a dead something,
yeah.
so of course they just did that one for sensationalism. It says the bizarre occult sacrifices are even happening in broad daylight. One witness managed to capture a video of a dead goat being thrown into the river from a bridge. And the video is, here on this. I'll put the link to the story, and you can watch somebody dump a goat into the river.
And where'd they find these?
Georgia. Down in Georgia.
Damn.
Yeah. Footage shows the goat's body hitting the water with an enormous splash. Well, yeah. The best theory so far is that the goats are being sacrificed by followers of Santeria, a voodoo-style cult.
I don't practice Santeria.
That blends.
I ain't got no crystal ball.
And it blends Roman Catholic, it says beliefs with West African religion. Local police currently have no open investigations regarding the bizarre sacrifices, but Olseth remains concerned. He states, quote, "These goats have to be coming from somewhere, but we haven't been able to determine who's buying the goats, who's providing the goats, or actually how they are making their way here in the river," end quote. One theory now points towards Mexican drug cartels being behind the sacrifices as they incorporate the spiritual world in their activities. Robert Almont, a retired deputy chief at the El Paso Police Department who worked a number of narcotics investigations, has founded a consulting company that specializes in the activities of Mexican drug cartels, including how they involve the spiritual world in their activities. Almonte, a former U.S. Marshal for the Western District of Texas from 2010 to 2016, said, quote, "I'm seeing more and more of the drug traffickers using Santeria for protection over the last couple of years. But that's a lot of goats. That would mean they're moving a lot of drugs along that highway," end quote. Yeah. That's highly disturbing.
Yeah.
And that's just like...
The fuck?
We know that it has been reported that allegedly the MS-13 does a lot of satanic... sacrifices, and it's not just goats.
Yeah,
I mean they are human sacrifices and stuff that they're associated with.
It's disturbing as fuck.
Now it's like this: if you're doing a criminal activity, now what kind of spirits are you calling on? Those are not going to be positive spirits. I think it's interesting how some of these things combine Catholicism with some of these other religions and belief systems. And I don't know enough about Santeria to, really comment on how it's done, stuff like that, other than...
we have no place to,
No. That or even as far as voodoo, the origin being Haiti and stuff, and it is a combination of African religions along with Catholicism. But there's a difference between those things. So, and I think that involves animal sacrifice also.
Hoodoo.
Hoodoo does that too.
Yeah.
Hoodoo actually is a separate thing than voodoo.
Yeah, it you can go from voodoo to hoodoo,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go from hoodoo to voodoo.
Now, I have actually studied some hoodoo back in the day, but, it was just the one book.
Yeah. Well, usually those type of people have to go through a
training. Mm-hmm.
Initiation, basically.
Right.
And, I don't know. At one point, they, sit you down or whatever. I don't remember what they do, though, but,
Well, it's not like just anybody can
No.
become one of the practitioners of these things.
No, not at all. And if you are rude to them, they will just kick you right out.
Yeah.
If you are entitled in any way, they will kick you out.
Well, I think it's, like I said, they sort of choose people, and I don't know if
They
that
get a
is
vibe.
through birthright. Like a lot of the other faiths, I know, like shamans and stuff, you have to have some kind of lineage on a lot of that.
I mean, anyone can practice voodoo, as long as they go to a person who accepts them,
It sort of guides them through the process and teaches them.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not them; it's the spirits that
Right, that
accept you
choose
or
them.
Not. Yeah. So.
I don't mess with none of it.
Everybody's a mix of everything, so that's what they do.
Yeah, I just... But like I said, the fact that you do have those animals being sacrificed like that.
Yeah.
And, that's one of the things that there's no spin that can be put on that other than going, these are ritualistic killings.
Mm-hmm.
500 of them. They have 30 of them floating down the river at a time.
Listen, as long as it's not human, cut as many chicken heads off as you want.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to buy a...
What do they do with the rest of the chicken?
They eat it.
Do they?
Yeah, they just do whatever with it.
Okay, I wasn't sure because apparently with the goats, because those can be consumed also, but they don't even bother.
Goat meat?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of countries that eat goat meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would try it. But not after it's been floating down the river.
Is that what lamb is?
No, that's sheep. That's a different animal.
Oh, right, my bad.
That's okay. I mean, it's just that there are certain animals in this area that, in other places, I'm sure they probably do sell goat.
Mm-hmm.
Just not here.
Never heard of that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually over in the Middle East and different places like that. That is a very popular dish.
Huh. Cool.
So I would be willing to try it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But as far as these drug cartels and stuff, we're having... I don't know if they're having problems in other nations, but our nation is having a really hard time with drug cartels. And there's a friend of ours that has told us that even in our little teeny tiny speck of this planet and in this country, that there are cartels here.
Here?
Here. And I had actually heard that before from someone else.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully none of us run across those.
It's not like MS-13 because those people a lot of times have the facial tattoos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know that in the northern part, I can't remember whether it was Maine or some of the places up there, that they're having a really, really hard time with the MS-13. Now, I can't remember if they come from Ecuador, Because we've got people, it's not just the Mexican people that are coming across our border. We have people from all over the place.
Damn.
And it's like, if somebody comes here legally, and yes, I admit that the immigration process needs to be totally overhauled because it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That it takes years and it took thousands of dollars and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't care where anybody's from, just come here legally.
Yeah.
Come here with the intent of building a new life, not tearing down the lives that are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, be respectful.
That's it.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the people that we know that have immigrated here, wonderful people. We love them.
Yeah.
You know, and it is a matter of respect. But they're also not, let's hope they're not members of any cartel. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. But it's coming from somewhere. But Georgia's not that far from us.
Yeah, I know.
And there's not that many people that raise goats around here.
Right?
And I don't know, like I said, if the cartel, if it's around this area, it's keeping itself pretty quiet, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's drug trafficking. That's shit. Our area has been eat up with drug trafficking since the 60s. For real.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I think that there's a few more local areas that they may have taken over the ranking, which it's like, okay, how about that?
How about you?
It's a sad thing. It is a horrible, horrible thing. And to think that these people that are doing this are protected by demonic forces, I mean, which is understandable because they're definitely working for the forces of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
To bring, hurt and harm to individuals and families and communities and everything like that.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what the devil does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I told you it was disturbing.
Yeah.
It is disturbing. Mm. Prayers, that is how you fight that. That is spiritual warfare. Is that you get people that are on the side of, right, which is love, forgiveness, compassion, empathy, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And our belief system, that is a matter of Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pray. Prayer is a powerful thing. People just don't recognize it. But no, don't be cutting no goats' heads off and throwing them in the Chattahoochee.
No.
Don't be messing with no cartel.
Don't throw them in the river.
Because I'll tell you something. The prisons in Tennessee and stuff, because I know more about those than other states, they've got a lot of cartel people. Not enough, but they've got a lot of cartel people that and gangs.
Why the fuck do they do that? Is it big money or something?
What, cartels?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it is like big money?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The one guy that we knew, that he had killed somebody. And because I had to ask him. And it's like, what? Can you tell me what happened? Because at that point, I knew him and I was respectful. It wasn't I was judging him. I just want to know what happened. And it was a drug deal. He's like, he owed me money. He said it was just business.
Well.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So. And it's like he was. I wouldn't want to do business with him. But other than that, he was a good guy. You would have never known, if you had met him out on the street or something, you would have never known that he had killed somebody.
No. Damn.
So, yeah. Talk to people. Find out why they do what they do. But not while they're out on the street in the gangs and the cartels and stuff, because that can get you hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mess with it.
We've had interesting journeys. Talked to interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a safe way. In a safe way.
Yeah. As fairly safe as it could be.
Well, and also it is a matter of praying before you go in any of these places, so that you do have spiritual protection. Yeah. If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, I hope nobody has seen a headless goat dumped over a bridge. Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com. And the link to the article plus the email address will be there in the description box.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
I think this one freaked you out, didn't it?
Nah. I'm good.
All right, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.